What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your April 2020 reading. This is going to be a general reading for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Geminis. Of course, it's not going to make sense for all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, your Venus to see if that fits the the message fits your life a little bit more. I want to thank all of you guys for coming. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you're returning, what's up? Good to see you guys again. I hope you guys are all well. Staying safe, social distancing, doing all the things, just because we really don't know what the hell's going on. And I hope that you guys are all well mentally. Now, you guys are maybe like the fifth sign I'm doing, so definitely noticing a few patterns, I think, of things that we're just all going through collectively. One, what I will say is April and just this time in general is really challenging all of us in terms of really looking at the ways that we need to slow down, right? The ways in which we may be toxic to ourselves or others, the ways in which we participate in bullshit. Like this whole pandemic has caused us all to take a collective time out, which is really, really good. I think we all know that on a deeper level, even though it's very inconvenient. And for a lot of us, it's very lonely, right? If you are someone who likes to be with people and, have that connection, this could be a very hard time. So I hope that you guys are doing okay, feeling encouraged. Another message is a really good time to get back to basics for everybody, right? Doing those things that you love to do when you were a child, because for a lot of people, it's sparking so much creation and really igniting that sacral chakra. So good thing to be keeping in mind. But yes, a lot of us are in this place since we're home, we're home thinking about a lot. We're thinking about relationships. We're thinking about us. We're thinking about our family, our friends, health, everything. And for a lot of people, again, it's causing us to look at the ways that we may be toxic in our own lives to ourselves. Now, for you guys, you got the Devil, the World, the Star, and the Hermit as your major arcanas. 4 major arcanas out of 9 cards that I picked, and those are really, really powerful ones, right? Devil, talking about the things that have power over us. The World, this is a leveling up. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I don't know what that's about. It just is what it is. A leveling up, when we get the World card, we know that when we come out of whatever this is that we're coming out of, the world is not going to look the same for many of us, right? And then we've got the Star card, the healing. We've got the Hermit card, that going deep within and finding wisdom and all those things. So you guys are doing a lot of deep soul searching. I think for a lot of you guys, this is bringing up where you guys may be toxic, just like I've said. For a lot of you guys, this is bringing up where other people have been toxic towards you. Also, if you are dealing with another air sign person, this is a really beautiful dynamic relationship. I think there's a lot of questioning going on. I think, for Geminis, I think things have been going pretty good, and almost like you guys are questioning it. Now, I tell people all the time, I love Geminis. Now, I'm a Gemini moon, and I have a lot of air sign friends. I don't think I could ever date one romantically. I've already tried that a few times. It just didn't work out for me. But as friends, I love Geminis, love all that. Now, the thing about Geminis, and the thing that I think a lot of you guys are coming to find out, especially through this time where emotions are high, a lot of people are scared, a lot of people are feeling alone. There's so much that we just don't know. Geminis, although you guys are super independent, you don't want to be alone, a lot of you guys, right? And I think this is bringing up ways that you can be a little detrimental to yourself in your own relationships. Now, the Queen of Swords is what's sitting at the bottom of the deck. So this is all about communicating, right? It's also about cutting out the things that don't work. Yes. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing at this time, but it's about being very clear, very decisive, communicating. Geminis, there's a lot of two-mindedness, right? We talk about you guys are the twins. So you got one twin, you got the other twin. And so there's a lot that goes back and forth in the mind of a Gemini and in the heart of the Gemini. And so this is about being very clear and picking a direction, going forward, being very decisive. And I think for a lot of you guys, that's very scary. So I think a lot of you guys are involved in something that's very beautiful, very healing. But again, I think like we talked about last month, it just raises like all these, okay, but I don't want to take away my independence, and I don't want to look like I need you, and I don't want to, and all these things, you know. And I get it. I get it. But I think that there's someone around you that really wants to offer beautiful things to you. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's like you guys aren't believing it or something, some of you. So you got the Devil card, you got the Four of Wands, and you got the Hermit. So we've got Capricorn energy, we've got Virgo energy, and we've got fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Now, again, Devil card, you guys could maybe dealing with the Capricorn, but really this is speaking to me more in terms of like, again, going back, tackling the things that we know we need to tackle, whether it's beliefs, whether it's behaviors, whether it's just, you know, self-control all around. Now, the way that the Devil is sitting next to the Four of Wands, let me see here. Some of you guys, now this isn't all of you guys. You got the Four of Cups that's clarifying this. I think some of you guys, especially if you're with the Capricorn, I think you're figuring out that this is just not going to work long term. Some of you guys are more satisfied just being by yourself, right? And so for some of you guys, there is a message that maybe you're realizing that the relationship that you're in is just not going to work. Although there still is this kind of want for one. Now, this is Gemini, Virgo energy. You got the Magician clarifying the Four of Wands. Some of you guys, it's the fear that's really getting to you. It's like, I think things have been made so very, very clear and made so very, very serious. It's like, if we're talking to anybody or dealing with anybody at this point, especially with this pandemic going around, it's because we want to, right? And so there is no playing a game. There's none of that really going on, right? And so with that, there brings up fear. There brings up this worry of being alone, this worry of not being a good enough, not being able to maintain, not believing that someone else would really want to be there for you in the ways that they want to be there for you, Gemini. For some of you guys, you're having doubts. Some of you guys are dealing with another Gemini, it feels like. There's a lot of air here, and yes, it could be Virgo. Yes, it could be Capricorn, like I said, could be fire, but it feels like you might be dealing with someone who's the same sign as you. I don't know. There's almost like this doubt that you don't feel like this person could be serious about you, or like with everything happening, it's like you think that everything's just going to fall apart. I think meditating, praying right now is really good for you guys, really communicating, because whatever it is that you guys aren't sure about, I feel like this person will match you in terms of communicating how they feel. And it's funny because I don't ever really, Geminis, to me, you guys don't have problems communicating. But it feels like there's almost like this, this fear that if you, I don't, you know what it is? It's almost like some of you guys are having irrational fears about something going wrong in this relationship, or with just something. There's some fears surrounding this, and I almost think that you guys are looking at yourself, you're like, I know I feel this way, although I know it doesn't make sense. I hope that makes sense. You're like, whatever this is, I feel this way. I know it doesn't make sense, but I can't help it, and I feel this way. So it's almost like you're trying to talk your way out of it. Like, it's almost like, it's not even like you're not aware of what's going on and what could be the issue if you're having like an internal struggle with yourself right now. I think a lot of you guys, you see what's in front of you and you see that it's a good thing, and you see that you could be tripping, and you see that you're like, if there's one little thing that's off, that you may be jumping to conclusions, and you see that you're more vulnerable right now. And it's almost like you're trying to fight that. But also, if there's lacking communication on your part, it's not because It doesn't feel like it's because you're scared. It's almost because like you're like, well, I know I'm not being really rational right now. So I'm not trying to like make a big deal of it. So I'm just going to keep it to myself because I know, you know what I mean? Like I know it's not, I know it's all in my head type thing. Like I don't even argue about it. Like I already know I'm tripping, but I can't help it because this is how I feel. A lot of time meditating is good for you guys. And this is whether you're talking about a romantic relationship. This is like, I mean, a lot of people like going back and forth because these fears surrounding their finances, their job, that type of thing. Whatever this is, it's really a time to get spiritually strong and mentally strong for you guys, because I feel like there's just like this really like this going back and forth in your head. So it's almost like there's something that's shaking up your relationship or your family, your home life, or there's like this fear around it that is, right? Now you got the World card, the Star, and the Ten of Swords. I love the World, I love the Star, I love Ten of Swords. So World card, that's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus energy. Again, it's a leveling up. It's about things changing, things looking very, very different in the world when all this is through type thing, right? You know that you've ended a cycle and stepped into a new cycle. And for some of you guys, that means just walking away from things that have not been easy, right? Six of Swords is all about walking away from turbulent waters and going into where things are a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. Now, some of you guys, this may be breaking up from a lover, okay? Maybe a Leo, maybe another Gemini. But for a lot of you guys, instead of breaking up, this feels like instead of you guys making things hard on your relationship, like the little ways that we self-sabotage, this is you kind of going more with the flow, right? Taking the lessons that you've learned from the past things and stepping into a new world in terms of your relationship where there's a lot of healing, right? That's Aquarius energy, but it just feels like you guys, instead of stepping into something bad, you're stepping into where like dreams really do come true, right? This is wish fulfillment. But again, what I think April is showing you is where we contribute to our problems. And for you guys, Leo, you guys are getting a lot of Leo energy in here. I don't know if there's Leo that you're involved with or someone with heavy Leo placements. Also, this could be talking about specifically maybe like August Leo season. Yeah. But there's a lot of healing that's going on. I just think that you guys are really left alone to deal with what you know you need to deal with on an individual basis. King of Cups. Yeah, it's funny. It feels very split. For some of you guys, this feels like this means that you have to leave something. For some of you guys, this is like knowing that, you know, this isn't something you can bullshit and it's something you need to step into because the love is that great. But what I do feel like is things are going to get easier. Even in terms of if you are someone who is like in between jobs or in between housing, everything is going to work itself out. Ten of Swords is the end of struggle, right? But it's also about thoughts and how we communicate them. So it talks about even that, you know, having more compassion for yourself, not doing the whole argument back and forth with yourself in your own head, being compassionate, having that emotional intelligence, riding the wave of the difficulties. Yeah. Praying and being open to whatever miracles and blessings are coming your way, because you guys aren't left alone. I don't know, I just get this feeling that some of you guys feel like you're alone in something, whether it's because something went wrong or you know that you have this tendency to kind of do these mind games with yourself, and it's almost like, no, enough. This is the end of that cycle. It's the end of that. This is the end of that life. Like, I'm working on myself. I can't do it. Okay, so Five of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and King of Swords. Yeah, some of you guys, if this is a financial struggle, there's going to be opportunity coming here. You probably won't hear from anything though till I would say end of this month, May. Yeah, end of this month or May. We got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles for me is super Taurus energy, but it could be Virgo and Capricorn. But it feels like if finances have been an issue, there's going to be a shift, but I don't think you'll start to see benefits of that until about May. So whether this is you just receiving money unexpectedly out of the blue, or whether this is an opportunity for employment or something like that has happened. Even some of you guys might be moving to a new spot in May. Four of Pentacles right now is a really good time to watch your coins. Okay? Watch your coins. Be spending wisely. Only be spending on what you need. There is new opportunity coming your way. Death card. It's like one thing is dying off and one new thing is coming. That's for sure. For a lot of you guys, this feels like this could be career or like physically moving. And this, especially if this is something that you've been kind of going through since I would say around November-ish. The thought of moving or needing to move, wanting to move, that type of thing. That feels like that's a thing. Yeah, I just feel like if you guys have, those of you especially who've had troubles in finances, things are going to get a lot easier, but I wouldn't count on that happening till about May. Yeah. And now my palm's itching. Yeah, money's going to be coming in, so be expecting that. That's good. End of this month, May, something like that. Now, the King of Swords is being clarified by the Nine of Cups. Again, if you are in a relationship with someone, it's really important that at this time, you guys are communicating more. Because a lot of us who are, especially if you are away from your partner, a lot of us, communication is really the only thing you got, right? You got your FaceTime, you got your whatever, your phone calls, your Instagrams, those types of things. But making sure that you're keeping in contact. I think especially if you guys have been feeling a little bit out of sorts the beginning of this month, like say right now, I think things are going to start to get a lot easier, especially after that full moon. That full moon was really, really good for you guys. Really, really good for a lot of people. Again, it's a full moon in Libra. And so we're talking about Libra, we're talking about 7th house energy. That's all about love, relationships, partnerships of any kind, but it's also about justice and things, really feeling balance. And so for a lot of us, we're recalibrating in all different ways. And we're talking about Venus energy. That's beauty, love, and art, and money, that type of thing. So there's a lot that's transforming right now, but it's a really, really good thing. And for you Geminis, I think it's going to be really, really good too. Your biggest thing is just to get out of your head a little bit. I think a lot of you guys are in your loneliness or, in your times where you just got free time, you're overthinking things. It'd be good to just get the things out so that you don't have it stuck here, and really taking this time to learn from everything. I've been telling everybody, like, use this pause as a blessing. Because it's like, it's just going to shift our society, and the way that we think and the way that we do things, and the way that we come up on opportunities. Okay. But definitely in relationships, friendships, whatever, if you guys, communicate, really communicate. And some of you guys who are in a relationship, this is a really dynamic relationship in terms of you guys being very honest with each other, being able to communicate. And I think for some of you guys that scares you, because again, Gemini, you guys love to love, but you also will love someone and push them away. It's almost like you guys don't believe that someone could ever love you guys the way that you deserve. And if they even start, Geminis, things can get a little funky. You could do little things. I understand. I'm not judging you. I'm a Gemini moon, like I said. So you guys got power of prayer. It says, give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. So, getting very clear, praying and listening, right? prayer is when we're talking to God. Meditation is when God is talking back to us, right? So really praying, really, if there's things that you guys want, really being vocal about it. And waiting and knowing and having that divine faith that it's going to happen for you. Now, you guys got getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Again, this is a really good time to deepen those ties with really, really good communication. You know, that's what we've got. Can't really lean on too much right now. It's not like people are out doing things and being distracted with activities or sex or, you know, especially if you don't live with the person. So this is a really good time to really be getting to know your partner, really be communicating how you feel, really be just open. Be open and everything's going to be okay. I just don't want you guys overthinking. I think that could be a big thing. But there's some beautiful things coming to you guys, Gemini, so I'm excited. Please let me know if this resonates. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can reach out to me at shevibeytarot@gmail.com. And I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.